If I asked you, how many calories are you eating per day, or how much protein, fats, and carbs do you consume? Would you know the answer to those questions? Most people won't. And so today I wanted to show you how to calculate your calories and macronutrients. When we talk about calories, all we're referring to is energy. This is energy required for your body to move and essentially function each day. All foods contain energy and some sort of nutrition, so there's no such thing as good or bad food. There just happens to be some food that is more nutritious than others. Unfortunately, labeling food as either good or bad, it can lead to a negative relationship. So how many calories should you be eating per day? Well, that's all dependent on what your goals are. Are you trying to lose weight and lean down, maintain, or bulk up and put on muscle? You're really either in a calorie deficit, maintenance, or surplus. First, let's go over what your total daily energy expenditure is, as this will help understand how to calculate a deficit, maintenance, and surplus. Your total daily energy expenditure, or TDEE, is a rough measurement that factors in daily activity and exercise. There are a number of different calculators on the web that will ask for your height, weight, age, and activity level in order to calculate the rough amount of calories you would need to consume each day to maintain your body weight. My TDEE in this example would be 2,859 calories per day if I wanted to just maintain my weight. Therefore, if your TDEE is your benchmark calories to maintain your weight, eating above this will gain weight and eating below will lose weight. A typical starting point to weight loss is to lose half a pound to 1 pound per week. 1 pound of fat is equivalent to 3,500 calories. So if you want to lose half a pound a week, then reduce your daily calories by 250 per day, or if your goal is 1 pound, then reduce your daily calories by 500 per day. A pound a week is considered a moderate approach, according to the National Center of Biotechnology information. More than a pound might be too aggressive and can become unsustainable long term. A word of caution: although a larger deficit can result in more pounds lost, this approach can be unsustainable long term, and typically weight is gained back and then some. Pro tip: don't rush the process and make this a lifestyle change. I'm always interested to hear how much a client was able to lose, but what I'm really interested to know is how much they kept off after 3 months, 6 months, or even a year. That's the true indicator of weight loss. The opposite is also true. If your goal is to put on muscle, you could increase your daily calorie intake by 250 calories per day, which would equate to half a pound gain per week, or increase to 500 calories per day to equal a pound per week. First, identify your TDEE, which will provide a calorie starting point. Depending on your goal, you either will decrease or increase your calories. After that's been established, it's time to calculate your macronutrient breakdown. Generally speaking, your daily protein intake should be at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. When it comes to fats, you will be anywhere from 15 to 30% of your daily calories, and then the remainder will come from carbohydrates. If I wanted to maintain my weight using the TDEE calculation from earlier and wanted to find out what my macros are, here's how I would calculate them. I weigh 210 pounds, so my protein intake would be 210 grams per day. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, so my total daily calorie count in proteins would be 4 times 210, which equals 840 calories. When it comes to fats and carbs, they are always inverse of each other. My personal preference is lower fats and high carbs. However, you may prefer higher fats to carbs, and that's okay. So long as you're still within your calorie budget, whatever your goal is. If my daily intake for fats is 20%, I would simply multiply my total calories of 2,859 by 0.20. This equals 571 calories per day from fats. There's approximately 9 calories to 1 gram of fat, so convert our 571 calories, we simply divide by 9 to equal 63 grams per day in fats. And finally, carbs. These make up the remaining calories of our 2,859. If your calories from protein equal 840 and calories from fats are 571, you simply add the two together to equal 1,411, then subtract 2,859 from 1,411 to equal 1,448 calories. Every 1 gram of carb equates to 4 calories, so 1,448 divided by 4 equals 362 grams per day from carbs. To recap, if you wanted to stay in a maintenance, my total daily calories would be 2,859. Daily protein intake 210, fat 63, and carbs 362. If my goal were to lose weight, I'd reduce my calories below that 2,859, and if I wanted to add muscle, I would increase my calories above that 2,859. So you know now what your calorie macro goals are. What's next? Well, now comes the hard part, which is adhering to the plan. I prefer to track my food and have done so for quite some time. This is done through MyFitnessPal, which, yes, is a free tracking tool. Yes, tracking can be tedious, but over time it becomes easier and easier. That's it for today. I hope this gives you a better idea on how to calculate your daily calories and macros. If you have any questions, reach out to support@abftribe.com or leave a comment.